Hey guys, welcome back here, and today I've got a really interesting review for you guys today. So I just found one of these I don't know what the year is, but it's like an older 90s super fan. I actually found this on the side of the road while I was um, at school. I was at school, and then I went during my break, and then I found this. So I obviously decided to grab it, and believe it or not, it actually works. Yep, this thing was just tossed, and I decided to keep it for myself. Obviously, it does need some cleaning, as you can see. It is quite dirty. Now, these are obviously much higher quality than fans nowadays. Like these ones. I mean, these ones are still fine. These ones are definitely a lot cheaper than this one, so it's a good find. Now, there's a couple things that I do need to go over with it, though. First of all, there is actually a much wider cord, which is really nice. It's very thick. It is pretty heavy, though. I had a hard time carrying it. And the base is much wider. And it has like a knob here. Still need to work on it a little bit, but other than that, it'll be good. Might have to give it a little bit of like oil in there because it is quite hard to move this up. But anyways, I just want to show you guys how high this thing can actually go. Yep, it actually is pretty tall. It's maybe about, it goes up about like 5 feet, which is really nice. You get a really good height limit, and as you can see, the base right here is a lot thicker than any other fan, which is also cool. It is obviously yellow, because obviously these things do get faded over time. It's not terrible though. There is some fading, not too much though. And yeah, got the badge here. This is made by Super. It has like the wavy lines, and obviously the really high-end metal grills. Really nice. Yeah, and the base right here definitely feels a lot more solid than any other base. Like, this does not feel like it could break easily. It does have all the things on there still, which is good. And yeah, this definitely feels better too. We'll have to give it a good cleaning. Screws, everything looks like it's good. The cord is not as big as I would hope it was. It's quite small, but it's not too bad. I do like that it's really nice and thick, though. It does have the ground on there, which is good. And here's the side of it. Obviously, the blades are very dirty. I will give this a washing, which that's easy. I'll just run it in the shower, in the bath, and it'll be good. The back is very dirty, as you can see. And here's the handle. Nobody really uses these from what I've seen. Oscillation knob. I'll talk about some things about the oscillation in a minute. And here's the on button. It's actually like the twisting thing, which honestly, this is quite cool. As you can see, 3 speeds. Here's the back of it. Here's like a thing right there. You can actually adjust it, so it can actually go down too. You can actually make it go down. Some of my fans only go up. But yeah, you can make it go down, and you can make it go up a fair amount too. Anyways, anyways, yeah, so that's that. It is definitely better built than any fan nowadays, which is definitely something that would be nice. I don't know why fans are so cheap nowadays. Yeah, it has a really nice quality base, and does have, I mean, this is plastic here, but it's definitely more sturdy plastic than what you would see. There's the cap there. There's one down here. This is actually what you use to adjust the height. It's not like any other ones. Like, it does have a thing that you can twist here, but that's actually to take this piece off. So it's different. So normally this piece is to take the base off, but actually you have to twist this, which it's hard to do with one hand, but yeah, you basically twist this and it's like a walking thing. So that's interesting. Yeah, the base, it's not too bad. It does have some scuff marks there, but that should be fine. Yeah, here's the model number. It's model can't really, it's hard to see, but it's a model 3157R. So it's a model 3157R. But yeah. But anyways, there's one thing I want to go over with oscillation, which I'm pretty sure some of you guys will know what I'm going to talk about. And it's kind of a big thing. So, as you guys probably know, especially if you know a lot about SMC fans, these things did have a problem with them getting on fire with oscillation. I'm not 100% sure if that was quite true, but I think it is. But I can't 100% promise you guys, but I think it is. And the reason why is actually pretty straightforward, and it's pretty easy to solve that solution. I'm not sure if this one has it, but I'm going to take it apart, and I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. But I do need to clean it anyways. So anyways, I'm going to just take it apart and show you what it looks like after that. Actually, you know what? Before I show you the inside, I'll actually turn it on to show you guys that it works. Alright. Really high-end cord. Anyways, yeah. So I'll just plug it in. It's a little bit tricky, but there we go. Yeah, so it has the knob here. As you can see, it is running. Might need a little bit of lubrication, but other than that, it does turn on. Yeah. So anyways, now I'll show you what it looks like on the inside. Okay guys, so the good news is this one does not have that metal piece that sticks right there. So if you guys know what I'm talking about, there's like a metal piece that's supposed to hook this thing onto here, and that caused it to have the chafing. But luckily this one doesn't have that, so that is good. So it means this one does not need anything other than cleaning. So I don't have to worry about that metal piece because it's not there. It doesn't have anything though, but I could make one and attach it there, but I don't want to change anything up. I think everything's fine the way it is. It is quite difficult to get that grill off, especially since it has like that thing right there. Basically, there's like, you have to basically like pop this thing off here, and then there's like 2 screws that go into like the thing right there. See those holes? Those are where the screws go. And then you kind of gotta like move it around a little bit, but obviously you want to be careful. You want to like turn it into a way that it fits through, but be careful because you don't want to accidentally pop these out by mistake. If you do, then that's fine. You can just open those up, and then you can easily just reattach them. But just try your best. It's not that bad, but as you can see, there is lots of dust though. Now, one thing I will do, just to be sure that nothing happens, is I will wrap some electrical tape around this area, just in case anything like that would ever happen. But luckily, I don't think anything will happen with this one. I'm just gonna turn it on very quickly, and I'm gonna find out if it does that. Alright, so I'm gonna test to see if the wire is having an effect with anything. Okay, I'm gonna sit over here just so I can show you guys more. Okay, so that oscillation thing down there does not seem to be touching it, so that's good. I mean, that thing isn't very sharp either. So it looks like the wire is still in good condition, which is obviously what we want to see. Yeah, so as you can see, no sharp parts I can see that can affect the wire, but just to be sure everything's good, I will wrap some electrical tape around that. So yeah, and to get rid of all the dust, what you want to do is you want to take like a vacuum and use the suck version to suck all the dust out of it. I'll show you what I mean by that. But anyways, so I'm going to wrap the electrical tape around that wire just to protect it a little bit. And then I'm going to show you guys how to vacuum it down. Alright, I got a vacuum. I got an electric powered one, but obviously any vacuum will work. I'm going to be using this end of it. So I'm going to... Okay, this is quite long. I might actually go ahead and... Whoa! Oops, I thought it would come off of this end. Okay, so... I think I might actually attach it. This. Alright, I got it in a much easier way, so I'm gonna turn it on. Okay, as you can see, I did get quite of the dust particles off. It's not perfect, but it is better than what it was. But yeah, so as you can see, there's still some areas, but it's not that big of a deal. I did get a lot of it though, but anyways, I'll wrap it with tape and I'll show you what that looks like, and then I'm going to clean it after that, and then I'll show you what the entire fan looks like all complete. Oh, and just so you know, if you're wondering how to get rid of that big metal piece I was talking about that's like right here, or like right here, I think it's right there. You basically, that screw, you gotta unscrew that little piece and then the metal piece comes off, and then just put something else on it. But luckily this one doesn't have that, so everything, so that is nice. That's definitely a good thing. Anyways, yeah. Alright guys, so it's basically about like 2 weeks later since I filmed that first part. Now I have the fan all complete. I have all of my other fans here, another fan there, and 2 more here. But we're obviously focusing on this one. I cleaned it all off. It's nice and clean now. No more dust, no more dirt. Everything's nice and clean. You can see it's all shiny now. All nice and clean here. Could do a little bit better, but it's a hell of a lot better than what it was. But it's clean enough that it's fine. There's like little tiny marks right there, but that's okay. I don't really care. Yeah, then the base is doing much better now too. I wiped all that off with Lysol wipes. Nice and good. But yeah, so now this fan is actually moving more than it was because I did clean it, so it's not really blowing dust anymore, it's blowing air. But anyways, let's get to the review. It does have the annoying safety grills that the Canadian ones had, which is unfortunate because the safety grills do restrict a lot of airflow coming out. This thing blows about like twice as much air with the grill off. So if you want better airflow, then maybe you want to take the front grill off, but just make sure nobody gets in the way of the fan if you try that. But anyways, as you can see, here's the super badge. I kind of have it to like an angle like this. I kind of like the way that looks better than it being straight like this. That's just in my opinion. I kind of prefer that better. Just kind of looks cooler. Has like the gray blades, darkish gray. But yeah, you can see these things are really hard to get through. 'Cause see, I can't even get my pinky in there, whereas all the other ones, I can. But anyways, yeah, we got the back here, all nice and cleaned up, oscillator cleaned up as well, and then you got the dial on the back, right here, so I'm gonna turn it on low. You gotta turn it clockwise. Fairly quiet on low. It's obviously not as quiet as like the Honeywell Quiet Set one, which I'd love to own that one, but I'm gonna wait until I get a good deal from that because those things are quite expensive. But anyways, yeah. Blows a fairly good amount of air. Blows a lot more with the grill off. But yeah, even with the safety grill on, it blows a decent amount of air. And yeah, the blade pitch is pretty decent too. I don't know if you guys can really see with those really tightly spaced in grills. There you go, you guys can see a little better now. It's fairly decent. I actually had to put a comfort zone spinner cap on because the one that came with it was kind of broken, so I had to use a replacement one. It was from a cheap comfort zone one that I got for free from school that did not work, and I didn't really bother to fix it because, you know, comfort zone fans pretty much are terrible. I could have saved it, but I didn't really care to. Anyways, yeah. And the legs were all damaged and everything too. But yeah. I can feel a little bit from over here, and like 7 feet away, and on low. I can hardly feel anything over here. Anyways, yeah, that's low. Medium. It is a little bit louder on medium, as you can probably hear. But as you can see, the blade pitch does not change much at all, because it's not like the really flimsy blades where they like to flatten out. Blows a little bit more on medium. And we're now at the back of my room. And again, I can feel quite a bit of a breeze from over here. So that's cool. And finally, high. A little bit louder on high, but it's still fairly quiet compared to like this one here. This one's very loud. See, the blade pitch does not change much at all either. That's good. Yeah, now I'm feeling a good breeze. Well, a good amount of air. Now I'm starting to feel a good amount of breeze. From like a mainstays fan from over here. Not that much, but I'm feeling a lot more than I would from like a cheap fan. I will do oscillation, but I don't really do oscillation unless I'm watching it, because, you know, even though this isn't a recall model, I just don't want anything bad to happen just in case. So I only let it oscillate when I'm with it. So, yeah. High. And medium. And finally, low. Oops, that's high. There's low. It's pretty tall, actually. That one's that for living one is on it's at its full height, and this one's a lot taller than that one. And finally, we're gonna turn it off. See the spindle test. Not too bad, actually. Could be better, but could be worse, too. Anyways, I'll show you what I mean when I take the grill off. I don't recommend you do this, kids, unless you're of parent approval. I'm just going to turn off the oscillation. So I'm going to take the grill off, and I'll show you how much more power this thing has. Okay, as you can see now, you can see the dark blades. Fairly thick. Not very too flimsy. A little flimsy over here, but much thicker than any other fan. Like I'm telling you, this part feels really good. And the pitch is really good too. Don't see any blades curving in, so that's nice. Anyways, low. Well, low 2.0 technically. Yeah, this thing is moving like twice as much air. Low is technically like medium now. Medium. Yeah, this is definitely more power. And finally, high. High feels like a tank, though. Not gonna lie. I don't know if you can hear the mic, but there's a lot of air coming now. Hard to see from the window there. It's not really pointing it. It's all pointing out the window so you can see. It's hard to do it because it's closed. But yeah. And off. Well, anyways, thanks for watching, and come back if I find any more free fans. Because I'm always going to be looking, especially in the summertime.